If you're looking for a podcast about obscure cinema, look no further. We bring you the history and facts, information and news, opinions and laughter, rants and reviews. This is Reel 9. Hello and welcome to Reel 9. Today we are talking about body horror. What is body horror? First off, it was a term that was invented by the magazine, I guess it was in Screen Journal, issue number 47. I'm reading this from the Wikipedia, supposedly, so right, they have all the facts right. But University of Glasgow invented the term in an issue of Screen magazine, and what body horror means is basically watch David Cronenberg movies.
You will feel better.
No, it means like it means mutation or mutilation of the body, decay, disease, and stuff like that. Parasitic mutation. What do you think, Dan?
It's a new term to me.
Yeah.
I've never really heard it before, so when first time you're like, hey, what do you think about body horror? And I'm like, what is that, obese?
Right.
What the hell does it mean?
You still have no idea, do you?
So, like you, I look it up, and sure enough, there's a ton of movies that actually fit under this.
The term does make sense. To me, The Fly represents body horror the most.
Yeah.
Since that's just a story of a person mutating and that too. I guess Contracted, yeah, and Cabin Fever, that's body horror.
Cabin Fever, definitely.
From Beyond, yeah.
Are they talking about Fulci's Beyond?
No, they're talking about Stuart Gordon's From Beyond.
Okay, I was hoping so.
Right. I'd understand some of these on the list. I guess Street Trash makes sense, but not to me.
It does to me.
Videodrome, really? Because they drink the liquor and then they mutate?
Yeah, they start like dissolving and, just gets ugly.
Right. I guess that would make sense why Stuff is on this list, too. One of my favorites...
Tell me why...
Go ahead. Oh, no, I was going to say one of my favorites that I'm going to list about 5 of my favorites, and one of mine isn't on this list, probably because it's more considered a drama, but it's called Quid Pro Quo. It was made in 2008, and it's directed by somebody who wrote and directed it and never made anything else yet, according to their filmography.
I don't remember any of what I'm about to tell you.
It also stars the girl from The Bates Motel, the TV show. She plays Norma Bates. I forget what her name is. I got the thing right here. Oh, Vera Farmiga. Okay. Anyway, what this movie's about is a guy has a car crash. If I'm correct, it was a car crash or something, and he gets hospitalized. And while he's hospitalized and being fixed up, he witnesses a guy coming in and asking the doctor to get his leg amputated for a certain amount of money, something outrageous. I don't know, $35,000, $50,000 or something. And he wants to get his leg amputated just so he can be an amputee.
Last week, a man walked into Bayside Hospital and bribed a doctor into chopping off his leg.
What was wrong with his leg?
Nothing.
If they're chopping off good legs for money, that's hard news.
And the guy played by Nick Stahl, he's the actor in Terminator 3. He played John Connor.
Okay.
So anyway, John Connor's in the movie, and he's the one. He ends up meeting this girl who's Norma Bates, and she's physically attractive. I don't really... Here we go again about how people look, Dan. I've never had the hots for her. I think it's because she plays Norman's mom. And, Norman and me, I feel like we're friends, and I can't fuck my friend's mom or something. It's weird. I get along with Norman. I'm always rooting for him. I'm like, oh, you're okay, kid, and there's his mom. And I just look at her differently when I see her.
If I could spell her name, I'd look it up, because if it's the lady
okay, she's the chick. I'm sorry. She's the girl in Conjuring. She's the top researcher. What's her name? The blonde.
Vera Farmiga. Farmiga.
The blonde from
The blonde in The Conjuring. There's the two people.
She's not playing one of the paranormal girls, is she?
Yeah, it's her and her husband.
Okay,
the blonde chick.
Yeah, she's cute, but yeah, I don't know.
Right. It is kind of strange to see her in lingerie in this movie because she does have that motherly quality. So she's always kind of like a MILF. She'll always be older than me. Let's put it that way. Anyway, so in this movie, she's kind of erotic, and the guy falls for her, and he finds out there's this whole secret society of people that are wannabe disabled.
Are you okay? What did she tell you?
Last night, they were talking about someone named Ginger Jake. Is she Chinese?
Jamaican, I think.
People go to her to get paralyzed? What does she do to them?
And they have meetings, too, like fake meetings about how difficult it is to be disabled.
You make me so nervous.
I remember thinking somewhere in this building there are others. It never occurred to me that others could mean something else entirely.
And they end up finding this new kind of lifestyle in it because they get perks as well, right? And
well, yeah.
And they end up having this strange sexual fantasies or live through these disabled things.
Do you want to understand why, Isaac? You know how
you have fantasies. Mine was to shut the curtains all day and walk around in my Milwaukee brace.
I had knee surgery and I had no weird sex out of it. So I'm watching this movie in envy. I was like, when they had a meeting, because I just had knee surgery, they had a meeting with all of us, like we were going to have this kind of surgery together. I had seen this movie and I got excited. I was like, oh, I'm going to meet this fucking hot chick my age, maybe a little older. Maybe I'll meet fucking Norman's mom, right? And we're gonna get along. I'm gonna say like I'm recovering 3 months. She's gonna be, I'm gonna be better in 6. I'm gonna say like, all right, I'll see you there, babe. And I would be in this fucking movie. Except I wouldn't need to go get my leg amputated or anything.
Why would someone want to be paralyzed? I want to know more.
I'll just like be normal.
No, I'm normal.
Okay, that's all so extreme.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, this is really good.
It's extreme in the sense that that's what you need to do to go out and have sex and meet chicks. I'm going to go pay for an amputation I don't need.
There's desperate people out there, man. It's good.
You think that could be a problem? Because I can see how it could be a problem.
I'm not going to get that desperate, I swear.
Yeah, well, maybe by accident. We'll see what happens.
Thanks.
Whatever. You're still young. You got a lot of pain to go through.
Yeah, okay.
You might meet someone along the lines there. All right, Quid Pro Quo is my first one on the list. Dan, you have one you want to choose, or I can keep going?
I would. No, you've said enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a perfect movie, American Mary.
American Mary. I haven't seen that one. I turned it off because I was going through a breakup, and she was cutting off dicks, and I just thought I should fucking not watch this movie right now with this chick. So
Probably a smarter thing to do.
I'll go back to it, though, and watch it. I have to.
Yeah, after you hear what I have to say about it, I think you're going to want to see it. But American Mary is made by the same people that did Dead Hooker in a Trunk, which is another movie you should check out. It's well worth watching. But the story, even though it's one movie, it's really like watching two. It's kind of like Dusk Till Dawn. You start off in a crime movie, and you end up in a vampire movie. So basically, she is a brilliant surgeon who is still a student. And one of her coworkers, some really cute, I guess you call him cute, but obviously evil guy, invites her to a party, drugs her drink, and then brutally rapes her in the bedroom of one of the the house. It's not even his house, but he rapes her, and one of his buddies helps along and rapes her as well. So she gets pretty screwed over. So she wants revenge. Revenge! And she's trying to figure out how she's going to do that. Meanwhile, this shady club owner slash criminal mind, I guess you call him, he interviews her.
I quit med school today. That shouldn't come as a surprise to you.
What's this?
It's my resume.
No, you don't need it to work here, but it is nice to find out some of your dirty secrets.
Saying, I can help you by abducting the guy that you want to have your revenge on, but I'll need you to do services for me.
Want to be a doctor?
Surgeon.
Follow me.
Some of my guys will need surgery now and again. I have some clients who will pay you very well to do surgery on them as well. So she agrees. And at first, she goes down in the basement and she's fixing up a guy who's been injured, and she does a great job. Okay.
End of movie.
Nope, not end of movie. Beginning of new movie.
Career. Okay.
Yeah, she has the worst career, actually. Man, I mean, the movie just gets weird, and she starts getting so weird and twisted. Because this is all underground. This is not doing it in a hospital. She sets up like a basement laboratory from Frankenstein to do her stuff. But anyway, let's get back to this, because you're going to dig this. Of course, the club owner abducts the asshole that raped her. And so she's got him tied up in this little basement laboratory where she's starting to do really nasty things to him. And yeah, she hacks off his junk, which is where you stop.
Man.
But she spends the rest of the movie torturing this guy and then transforming him into something.
I'm changing specialties, Dr. Grant. Have you ever heard of body modification?
They try to turn him into a mound of flesh?
Yes. So, but the reason that she started doing that to him is because of the clientele that this business owner or this club owner had told her about. It's a society of people, rich people, that they don't want change their looks to look like somebody famous. they want deformity. Like there's a woman that says, I need you to cut off my breast and sew up my vagina so that I look androgynous. Just leave a little hole for me to pee through.
Filthy little freak.
And she's like going to pay this girl a ton of money to do it. There's another lady who wants her face to look like it's a indistinctive doll face. This is the chick that was the freakiest looking of all the freaks that you got to meet.
Doll face?
Yeah. So
doll face?
Yeah, kind of. So just picture somebody whose main features are gone. It's more like a porcelain, smooth, but featureless face. It's creepy. It's like watching a horror movie with somebody wearing a mask, So this is
like a white porcelain doll face?
Yeah. So this is what the whole movie turns into, is her doing these bizarre surgeries on these really bizarre people. And it gets like really crazy at some point. And during this, when she's not doing those surgeries, she comes back to play with the guy that she's got abducted. So, so she'll start, she starts cutting off his limbs. And she makes sure that he's awake for all of it. This girl fucks his
right.
up
That's
bad.
great.
Do you think I'm crazy?
But that's the movie in gist. It's one of those things that's a little harder to explain, but if you watch it, you're just going, wow, what happened? I got to see this again. At least I had to.
Definitely grosser than Quid Pro Quo, I'll tell you.
Yeah, but...
it reminds me of like another movie that doesn't make my top 5. It's not that good of a movie, but Cronenberg's son made a movie called, I think it's called Antiviral.
I've heard of it.
Which is, I believe there's a doctor, and he's helping people die like their idols, like the movie stars and stuff like that. So if their favorite baseball player got whatever, like Lou Gehrig's, they want to get it too, Or if someone had a horrific car crash, they want to get the same kind of wound. If someone got some sort of cancer, they want to suffer it too. Skin cancer, cool, give me that.
Wow. Fame. Glamour. Perfection. What if you could find it all at the tip of a needle? Here at the Lucas Clinic, we strive to bring you closer to celebrity than ever before. With samples drawn directly from the source, you can be connected in ways you never imagined.
So far, I've had all her diseases.
Must have been expensive.
Is there any way you could spread it?
It's really strange, but the movie is so slow. You can tell it's a directorial debut by Cronenberg's son. I think his name's Brandon Cronenberg.
Okay.
And it's very obvious that he's Cronenberg's son. And but it just misses the punch. Very slow movie. The trailer makes you want a lot more.
Do you not agree that the mania surrounding celebrity is reaching an unhealthy level?
No, I don't. My clients want to feel more connected to those people that they see in the magazines and on television.
Enjoy.
It was well done, and I expect more from him. But I'm sorry I cut you off maybe a little bit. Was there some more you wanted to wrap up with Mary?
No, I wrapped that one up pretty well. That's
Okay,
just
cool.
one that I think you should see. Go ahead.
I
and
guess
get
I'll
through
probably watch that maybe this week. I don't know. I've been watching so much crap lately. Ever since you got me watching that frickin' Walking Dead.
It's about damn time,
finishing up
man.
with that.
Everybody
But anyway,
hear
back
that?
to
Going on?
Kevin,
Brian.
creepy Uncle
Very
Kevin.
against horror television.
Television is reality.
But
I'll change that.
I like the movies, but I gotta watch it just because of this shit. Anyway, no, I'm enjoying it though. It's cool. Otherwise, I wouldn't watch it. But the next one on my list would be Shivers, directed by Cronenberg, 1975. This is actually, like, if I was a filmmaker, this would be the movie I'd remake. And I'd make it NC-17. Fuck the MPAA.
A motion picture that takes you beyond fear, beyond your wildest nightmares, and brings you face to face with terror.
I love the plot, though. It's I don't know it completely, but it's...
If you think, you have, if you feel, if you say, if you believe, you'd better see a psychiatrist.
This medical doctor is making a parasite that I believe will go inside, eat your cancer away, and also if you have like a bad liver, it'll eat all the shit away and become a liver.
Listen, look, you got a guy with a bad kidney, right? Now you put the bug in him. The bug goes to work on the kidney, dissolves it, then the body assimilates it. Now what do you got? You got a perfectly good parasite where you used to have a rotten kidney.
Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, he's mixing it with so many like compounds and cells or something. What he basically is giving everyone is an aphrodisiac and this crazy like STD So it's like he mixed up this like thing that's supposed to help out your organs, but accidentally, oh shit, it's aphrodisiac and they got sexual diseases.
Well, I guess
so.
I guess in one way
yeah.
he did fix an organ, didn't he?
I guess, yeah. I don't.
a
So
bad
he fed it to his mistress or something, this underage girl, and the movie opens with him killing her and killing himself. But he didn't kill the parasite, which comes out in the form of a worm, and it's much like the movie Alien. In fact, the behind the scenes and stuff, Cronenberg talks about the fact that he thinks Alien ripped off the movie idea from this film, which is weird because the apartment building is very much like a spaceship. I think it's even called Starliner.
Oh, wow.
Starliner Apartments, and this worm that goes in your mouth also starts to breed inside your stomach and eventually finds its way out. But what's cool about it is this little worm.
What are they?
That looks like a fucking walking turd. Goes around and infects
like
everyone.
what?
You got this.
What are they?
Like
I
a
can't hear
walking
you,
turd.
Kevin.
Oh, it looks like a piece of poop walking around.
I ain't lying.
And goes in everyone's mouths, and they all become sex crazed, and the whole hotel becomes like this cannibalistic, sex crazed orgy. It's really good.
You'd better see a psychiatrist. Quick.
And it stars one of my favorite actresses, whose name I don't know because she's one of my favorite. But she's a chick from I Drink Your Blood and Shivers, obviously, and The Crazies.
The Crazies, that's right.
Yeah, she's that little chick. I met her once.
Did you?
Yep, I saw her at Monster Palooza,
Was
and
she
I
still-
kind of freaked her out.
Was she still hot?
Yeah, she was. It was kind of like in an old lady way. Yeah, she was totally old and frail, but she had pictures when she was young that were hot. You could see her boobs and stuff.
He tells me that even old flesh is erotic flesh.
I don't know. I felt too weird like giving her a picture that I'd autograph it. Now that she's all old and be like, you were hot back when you were 19.
Oh, my God.
Everything is erotic. That everything is sexual. You know what I mean?
Anyway, your
that's
turn.
Too funny.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get over that last statement. So, obviously you don't like
Right.
the old chicks anymore, but you'll have them sign their young tit pictures.
I know I like her. I would definitely do her, but that's just because I could be like, oh, I was with the chick from Shivers.
Yeah, okay.
But you know what? She wouldn't do me. I'm totally below her level.
Well, I'm looking at this list of movies. I got a couple questions for you here.
Okay.
What, in your opinion, why do you think Eraserhead and Dead Girl made this list? I've seen both of those. I mean, the original Eraserhead, that's just a pothead movie. But Dead Girl, I don't get that one.
I understand Eraserhead a little bit. His head like turns into a racer at some point, and he has a weird mutated baby. I don't know as far as Dead Girl. I didn't make the list, man.
Okay, fair enough. So I'm going to go with the remake of The Evil Dead.
You are all going to die tonight.
I read a passage from that book. I released some evil.
I know you've seen that one.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm picking it is because, in this remake, every time one of these chicks got possessed, they really did some nasty stuff to themselves. Licking that frickin' razor and splitting her
That
tongue.
was the scene.
That
Yeah.
was like the most painful, hard to watch. I can't see it enough. Scenes I've seen in a movie in a long time. It was excruciating to watch, and that's what I love horror movies for. But I think because they're constantly cutting themselves and doing all these really hideous things to make them look even scarier, I think that's a pretty good one for the list.
Cool. I'm going to go for Possession, 1981, directed by some guy his name I can't pronounce. Andrzej Zulawski, R.I.P. He died this year, 2016, and it brought up a lot of attention to this movie. It's the only horror film, or not even horror, but dark film that he ever made.
Right.
Beyond the realm of human desire, there is a darkness.
And I guess he was really depressed while he wrote it, and since he wrote and directed it, and he was going through a really big divorce. So the film is just like, it's even sad. It's like that's how he felt going through the divorce, and it's really depressing. So it's all about divorce, jealousy, and depression, and arguing between this like weird love triangle. And the emotions are supposed to. This is my opinion. Okay, you can read the film differently, I think.
Okay.
But I believe that the emotions are so deep and heavy that it actually kind of creates an organism, like an actual monster of these feelings that is somehow opposite of her, even though she's physically changing. Because all these distraught feelings are actually making her mutate.
So you will know the meaning of possession.
It wasn't even human.
These feelings of depression and sexual anxiety. She ends up like creating this sort of monster and having sex with it, and it's strange. Like the monster becomes her ex-husband, and then she turns into like some sort of alien thing. I don't know what the fuck what's going on in this movie. Do you remember, Dan?
I remember. I mainly only watched it because Sam Neill was in it, and at the time I was a fan of many movies he'd done. But I can honestly say, and granted I've seen this a long time ago, I don't know what the hell that movie was really about. I just got some nude scenes, some sex scenes, and like you said, a whole lot of arguing and talking. And it was a weird thing. Ever since you started talking to me about it and letting me know what was going on with the director, I think he was just mirroring what's going on in his mind and turned it into a movie.
That's what makes it really awesome.
Yeah.
And some of the scenes with the girl, what's her name? Actually, I have the poster of her. Isabelle Adjani.
Isabella Johnny, the internationally acclaimed actress in her most explosive, controversial role. Special visual effects by Academy Award winner Carlo Rambaldi.
Yeah, she's amazing in the scene where she starts to vomit up milk and blood.
Yeah.
And it all oozes out of her nose, her
So
eyes,
disgusting.
her ears, her twat, her butt. She's just sitting there. Oh, that scene is so awesome. And actually, the whole way that this film is shot is beautiful, too. Right from the opening credit sequence on, I think the movie's shot really well. If you're going to watch it, make sure you see the full screen. There's a
Also-
lot of, not full screen, I'm sorry, widescreen, because there's a lot of full screen editions of the film that float about on the bootlegs.
Exactly. Widescreen, and you got to make sure you get the full uncut version.
Right.
You know, it is longer, and there's actually some stuff that it's better to have in there.
Yeah. To me, that's a must-see. I'm going to track it down and get a great copy of it eventually. What else?
Oh, geez, I can bring a film in that I'm not sure I want anybody else to watch. Human Centipede.
What is this? What are you doing to us?
Yeah.
That is one weird, twisted movie. It was a train wreck that I could not tear my eyes away from, even though I
And
wanted to.
motherfuckers rented that movie so much that they made up to part 3. That's crazy.
I've seen 2. I've only seen part of 3. I have to tell you, I got them all on DVD.
Okay.
I got the first one by accident. I was up in L.A. and I
You
was
accidentally bought it.
No, I was in an Asian market where I saw a bunch of movies I couldn't get anywhere else. So, of course, I bought one. And, I bought Human Centipede and about 4 others. And I watched Human Centipede, and I was all like, oh, God, I'm so glad I'm the only one in the room, because if anybody see me watching this,
right,
kick me out of the house.
The Siamese triplet connected via the gastric system. The human centipede first sequence.
But yeah, I wound up, as soon as 2 came out, I got it. 3 came out, I got it.
I'm a Dapper Dan man.
It's one of those.
I can't believe that movie became a hit like that.
I can't either, but in my DVD collection, I have a shelf that's not out for public, and this is what I would call my video nasties. These are movies that I own, but not necessarily going to watch again.
What's in the dungeon, Dan? What's in the dungeon, Dan?
That's it. That's exactly it.
It's kind of creepy. Where do you have this little hidden section? This is where all my slasher porn goes.
Hey, I'm gonna stop you there, Danny boy. That is a scary story.
No, that's a whole different thing. This one's
Centipede horror.
This one's over there next
See,
to
but
my
what's the other?
doorbell.
There's a good Asian movie. What is it? Centipede Terror or something?
Oh yeah.
What's the one where all the centipedes attack the Asian
I
people?
think it was called what was that called?
Centipede Horror.
Centipede Horror.
Yep.
Yep.
That was a good one.
That one was just creepy because of all them gigantic centipedes crawling all over. I mean, these weren't the little ones that we see here in America. These are the big 2-footers that you get in the jungle.
Yeah, it was gross.
So what do you got next?
Okay, obviously, I think this one should definitely always come up, is Tetsuo. And you know what I found out today, Dan, is that there's a part 3.
Wow.
So there's a trilogy, and I haven't seen part 3, and I don't know why nobody told me that. By the way, you can contact us, guys, and keep us up to date. We're trying to do the same for you. But, yeah, there's a Tetsuo 3 called The Bullet Man.
Oh, wait a minute. Kevin, you're going to hate this.
What, you got it?
I got it from you. Way a long time
Man?
ago.
No, but there's a part 2. There's part 2 and part 3. I think you're talking about this Body Hammer, or the first one's Iron Man, then there's Body Hammer,
Body
then
Hammer,
there's Bullet Man.
Bullet Man. Dude, I swear, when we get done with this, and I go dig through my box of tapes, I'm sure I'm going to find it, and I know I got it from you.
Cut the shit, Dan. Come on. Tell me what I want to hear, asshole.
Wow. All right, we'll send it back.
Send it back.
That's mine.
No way.
You owe me a lot more than that, Danny boy.
I have
and
it.
It says it says with sound by Trent Reznor.
Oh, really?
I watched the trailer today because I was researching body horror. And I was, what the fuck is this? And yeah, the trailer for it says music by Trent Reznor. In the trailer, there's no music by Trent Reznor.
Huh.
It's just that traditional.
Yeah.
And it looks horrible. It looks like it's shot on HD, and it looked a lot better shot in black and white. And it looks like they have an American guy with a bunch of Asians around him.
Huh.
But the stop motion is good. But yeah, I don't know why they shot it on, like, you know,
it's probably
digital.
It's probably because it was just coming out at the time, and everybody wanted to do something in it.
The cheapest, fastest way to make a movie.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure, I have to look this up, and I can't do it at the moment, but I'm pretty sure that they're putting the original Tetsuo out on a special edition Blu-ray.
They should.
Please? Jeez. What's taking them so damn long?
Right.
I love that movie. I've loved that
They
movie
should put
since
all
we
3 of
watched
them on
it.
a Blu-ray.
Yeah, exactly, because none of them are that long. Oh, yeah. And you could do a ton of extra behind the scenes for each of the movies. I think that'd be brilliant.
They should do like one Blu-ray, and then 2 and 3 should make a Blu-ray. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the director has other ideas about that. But the Blu-ray should be fat. Oh, by the way, we're not talking about the movie. What's the movie about? It's about a guy that accidentally kills someone, and some people say he killed the metal fetishist. I don't know what the fuck that means. But he killed some guy, and the guy takes revenge on him by turning him into a grotesque piece of metal.
Yeah, I mean, the whole movie
That's
is
it.
just him changing into this thing.
Yeah. And that's enough storyline in there. You can, if you want to watch it like deeply, you can kind of like see stuff in there that might mean things, like it would a David Lynch movie. But because there's some strange stuff, don't they? Like cut to, there's some homosexuality, and there's some like baby stuff. Remember when they originally joined?
Yeah.
The metal guys. I don't know. It's weird. There's
It's
lots of dicks. Like Crazy has that weird metal dick, drill dick in it.
Yeah, that was the
That'd
big
be
thing.
an awesome costume for Halloween, man.
That's what everybody talked about. The big drill dick at the end.
It's well, just that one shot of her face and the drill coming up, going, "Whoa, fuck!" It's a big drill dick coming up. Yeah, that movie is awesome. It's like a great industrial music video, all the way through.
Yeah,
With a little bit of plot. They just like get a plot. He hits someone and then he's cursed. Okay.
Yeah, they didn't go into a lot of detail. They didn't need to. Just
Right.
the way it was shot. It's black and white. It was just brilliant.
And those movies didn't ask for a sequel either. I don't know why he made the sequels. I think it would have been better as one film.
I think so too. I only think they're sequels because once it kind of hit the American underground, it went so nuts, and then it officially got released, and everybody went even more nuts. I think the guy's like, "Hey, here's my cash cow."
Yeah, they made no money off that.
Not the first, but I'm pretty sure they made money off the other two.
Right. Or if they re-release it, they'll make money.
I'm telling you, you put them out on Blu-ray, you're going to make your money back easy.
Yeah. Let's see, some others worth talking about. The new one, Splinter. I saw Splinter recently. What is that? It came out in 2008, though.
Yeah.
A really good direct-to-video, I guess direct-to-video or direct-to-streaming movie.
I don't remember it ever coming out on DVD or anything. It probably has, but I saw it on streaming.
I forget how that whole story starts. It's like this black gooey thing. That's all like splinters.
I don't even remember. I
believe it starts and they hit some animal that has this black goo on it, and it's kind of like the Blob, but instead of being a blob, it hits you. It gets in you like a splinter, and then you become some sort of Evil Dead guy.
Yeah,
you know, that is scratchy with splinters all over you and will not die. And the more they kill you, the more splinters just come out of you, and you turn into this crazy fucking walking cactus.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
You okay?
Don't touch it!
Yeah, that was a cool movie. It was a good idea. It's something I hadn't really seen anybody do before.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, I didn't.
Get inside!
Also, the one that everyone kind of talks about, even though I don't think the movie's good, but the scenes are in Society. Brian Usna's film.
In Beverly Hills, what you fear is only the beginning.
Anything for society.
I'm actually a big fan of Society.
Really? You like the movie?
It's a head trip. I like the movie. I don't love it, but it's...
You know, people are saying it's supposed to be retro and kind of like a flashback to how the 80s or 90s were, but it just irritates me, that feeling. Like the way it's shot and how the characters have their haircut and what they're wearing. It just looks so out of place and so shot for video. It just bothers me to watch.
Yeah,
but when the effects start happening, it's great. Go on.
Well, that movie came out in '89, so I mean, I understand. They did a weird thing with their shooting. Granted, that was a little odd to watch, but the whole idea of a secret society that are really just kind of these morpho monster things. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's like one big monster that can split into a crowd of people, you know?
And turn into like basically a big blob, and it goes on. You can stick your hand in someone's ass and out their mouth.
Showtime, Billy!
With Society.
Who are you? Let me give you a hand, Bill.
Exactly.
And it just is normal.
It kind of
whatever.
Parts of it kind of reminded me of another movie I really liked, and I'm struggling hard to figure out what the hell it was called. Slither. That was a great movie.
It's just the beef steak.
We got a real problem here. So disgusting.
Something's wrong with me.
Slither.
James Gunn directed.
I have no clue.
Yeah, he is. He directed Guardians of the Galaxy. That's amazing. James Gunn. Let me look. Yeah, his first film was he wrote Romeo and Juliet.
I remember that one.
And now he's directing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, to go from a trauma film
to
a superhero film. That's a big leap.
He worked on a bunch of trauma. Kabuki Man.
Oh,
the Tromaville Cafe he directed and wrote. Actually, he wrote, which I like. That's when I started to follow him, is because he wrote Scooby-Doo 1 and 2. Cool. Sorry, guys, I like Scooby-Doo. There, it just came out. So, yeah, he wrote, I'm a Velma fan, okay? But he wrote Scooby-Doo 1 and 2, and I was just like, how did you fucking make Scooby-Doo good live action? And then he wrote Dawn of the Dead, and then he was directing Slither, and I was just like, oh, dude, this is the new face of horror. And then he made Super, which was rad, and then he just started making Guardians of the Galaxy, which are great films, but just he left us now. Goodbye. You go hang out with Peter Jackson now. Leave us horror fans alone. Tell Raimi we said hi.
Exactly.
That was my James Gunn thing. But no, I guess he's still in it. That guy's pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
congratulations.
I like a lot of the movies he's done. And I'm not still a trauma fan, but I will go back and watch some of my trauma movies.
I'm starting to like trauma movies more now.
The modern ones or the early ones that you and I used to like?
Some of the early ones, even though they still make me feel dirty and like I'm coming down off cocaine or something. And it's just like I don't like it, man. When I try and watch Class of Nukem High, it takes me a while to like it. It's just they're so over the top acting. You can tell they're on blow, and it's just like,
Good morning, Tromaville!
You know, they're playing dick jokes and like constantly punching each other in the balls, and it's just fucking amateur humor. But then
That's
there's
all
a
it
crazy
was.
gore scene. Awesome gore scene. All of a sudden people are blowing up. It's rad.
That describes every trauma movie.
Right.
You know? Toxic Avenger, the first of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that had a bunch of really corny, cheesy effects that
I
were
still
just
think
brilliant
my
back
favorite,
then.
my favorite trauma film is Poultry Guys.
Every leg, every thigh is fresh, tasty, and oh my God, my ass!
The chicken. The chicken has declared jihad on us all.
Maybe
Poultry
that fits in the
Guys.
body horror, because people are turning into chickens.
The chickens come back from the dead!
Poultry Guys, see, I used to work at a deli, and we made chicken. I worked there for 3 years making chicken. And I totally identified with this movie.
We produce only high-quality, chicken-flavored foodstuffs.
Because we gave people rotten chicken, good chicken, bad chicken, you know?
Hey, General, what are these tiny little bumps all over my chicken?
Those are, our new flavor pods.
Right.
And these people get the bad chicken, and they start turning into chickens because this chicken restaurant was built on a graveyard.
You fool! This restaurant is built on ancient Tomahawk tribe sacred Indian burial grounds. Get out while you still can. Get out! Save yourselves! Save yourselves!
And they're serving these crazy trauma chicken eggs, and everyone's getting sick, blowing up. It's freaking rad, and it's a musical.
That's the point. It's a musical. I was about to say, anybody who hasn't watched this yet, prepare yourself. It is a musical, and some of the songs are just hysterically funny. I don't think they're meant to be. They're just that funny.
They're awesome, and actually the making of it is almost better than the film. You got to see what these people went through. No one was getting paid. They were all living in this church, and it's disgusting what they went through for this movie. And they're pissed off about it, too. So check it out.
Kevin, my next one is Street Trash.
Street Trash.
From the 80s. Back from the 80s. You remember it?
Of course. I love that movie. Still, we got Jennifer Aspinall doing the effects from Toxic Avenger. And that movie has some of the greatest effect scenes, but it's so hard to recommend because of, like, you know, the gang rape and stuff.
Yeah, it's got its bad points.
Right.
Granted. But, you know, ever since I saw that movie, I always wanted to go out and, like, kill a little fifth bottle of liquor and then create a Viper sticker for it.
That would be cool.
Well, yeah, I drank a lot of bottles and never did it. I'm just kidding.
Well, you have a future in that. I mean, you have time
I
to
don't
do
know.
it.
I'm really not applying myself.
Drop out and join the ranks of the few, the filthy, the trash.
I got my own place, a condominium.
Anyway,
So Street Trash, if you haven't seen it, it's about this kind of booze that's old, and they find it in a box, and when you drink it, you basically decompose and turn into slime.
Exactly. So the problem is, all the local bums and hobos, you know, they're always bumming money, but they're always trying to get money so they can go buy their booze and go drink it. So the clever guy, our main bum, sneaks into a liquor store, into the warehouse, and actually winds up stealing a bottle of this Viper.
Right.
And of course, he's about to guzzle it down when the bully bum shows up and takes it from him, and he guzzles it down. And that's when our smart guy gets the picture of, hey, this stuff is going to make you melt and explode in a multitude of colors.
Right, and he can get rid of some of the street trash.
Don't drink my Viper!
You want your Viper, huh? You gotta learn to respect the whiz, you piece of shit. Now watch this disappear.
Exactly. In this movie, you know, I haven't seen for a long time, Kevin,
Right.
so I'm just going to kind of jump around it. This movie has a lot of stuff that I really liked. The junkyard was the best. The junkyard had the big evil bum that was
The way
in
they
control of
they
all others.
constructed that junkyard really cool too. I mean, it's a bit of a maze, and they have these really strange rooms for the bums and stuff.
Yeah, and our hero guy crawls into a car, and that's the door that goes into his house, which is built of stacks of tires.
Right.
It was actually a pretty cool little man cave in there. But yeah, the bums all go crazy. He's got a drunk chick in there, which, by the way, a short scene in this movie, an actor that I still can't think of his name, Jeffrey somebody, but he was in Frankenhooker,
right?
Several others. We've talked about him. But yeah, he had a bit part in this. But yeah, the girl gets pulled out through the tires. The bums rape her. I don't know. From there, all I remember is the scene where
there's like the main bully bum who has Vietnam flashbacks.
Exactly.
And he's sort of the kingpin of the whole place.
And next thing you know, Kevin, your favorite thing in the world, somebody's dick gets
cut
sliced
off.
And they're playing like
and they play football with it.
Exactly.
He's fucking hilarious though. You got that big chubby guy running after his dick in the air.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Yeah. I mean, the guy should have bled out, but no, he's bleeding, but he's still playing the game.
It sounds horrible, but it's freaking hilarious the way they play it. And one of the best scenes in film, the best explosion scenes, is when that huge guy drinks that bottle of Viper and just covers like a half acre of the place, or the parking lot basically, with goo and blood when he explodes.
Exactly.
That scene is so classic. I can watch that over and over.
Yeah, this is one of those movies when we finally got our hands on it. Man, it was so worth it.
Yeah.
And then like Jennifer Aspinall went on to huge things after that. This was kind of her breakout, career move.
Oh, did she? I didn't know that.
Oh, she was the head artist on Mad TV for the longest time, and man, they spent a lot of money on some of the makeups that they let her do.
That's good for her.
Yeah, it is good for her. But yeah, that's about all I have on Street Trash. This is on my top 20 list, of movies you should see.
Oh, I got the poster in my bathroom over the toilet.
Oh, dude, I'm so
of the guy
so
actually
jealous.
Getting sucked into the toilet.
Yeah, he melts into the toilet, just leaves his lower legs and boots and pants dangling there.
Yeah,
it's classic.
And none of my guests ever ask about that poster and say, "Oh, I got to see that movie." To me, it'd make me ask questions. What's with the guy getting sucked down the toilet?
Yeah, exactly. And it's a great poster.
Yeah, I love that poster.
So what's next on your list, Kevin?
Next on my list, actually, I think we should talk about the ones that come straight to mind when you think of body horror that we didn't discuss. But obviously, for some reason, I think if you're listening to this podcast, you've already seen these movies. But number one on the list, of course, would be David Cronenberg's The Fly, John Carpenter's The Thing. What are the other top ones?
Jeez.
From Beyond. Well, no, not really.
Well,
to me,
From
The
Beyond
Fly and Videodrome, I guess.
Yeah, I could see Videodrome, but to me, the From Beyond, and The Thing. Those are kind of, they could fit there, but I'm not really sure I would put them there, to be honest with you. I mean, The Thing, it's something that morphs, but I mean that's just what the creature does. Aren't most of these movies we talking about for body horror more along the lines of people deforming themselves and like Ghost of Mars, where they just shove shit all over themselves and go out and kill? Am I wrong on this?
I don't know about that. I think to me The Thing fits in there because it's mutating both like dogs and humans together and stuff.
Would you put zombie ass in this genre?
Yes, I would.
Because of the worms?
Yeah.
Cool.
If we're if we're letting stuff like, Shivers is in there, and that's got worms.
Parasites that live in, on, and around there, right?
Yeah, and Shivers should be in there.
Basically, what we're saying, it is kind of a loose topic, but it definitely is a genre, and sure sounds fucking wicked, doesn't it? Do you want to see the new, that just sounds good in the trailer? The new body horror film from director James Wan. You'd be like, oh fuck, dude,
Exactly.
So it's a label that I like.
I like it too because a lot does fall into it, and a lot of them are movies you and I like. So, I don't think we disagreed on any of them. The only one that you brought up was the one I've never seen, and now I'm going to have to go look for it. The very first one you talked about, Quid Pro Quo.
The movie Quid Pro Quo. I'm going to watch it again too. Should check it out. Anyway, I guess that's wrapping up for body horror.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else to contribute.
Please stay tuned in this section for reviews about films that we believe fit in this category of body horror.
They'll be up on the website as soon as we can get them up.
Right. And please send us your comments and movie ideas or anything you think that should go on the list as well.
Sounds good, Kevin.
All right, guys. Until next podcast, signing off.
I'm out of here.